Thank you for listening to episode 2 of the Bad Patches podcast. Today, we will be discussing a few things that came to mind through my workday yesterday and this morning. One of them being, so I work from home, and the amount of laundry for 3 people that live in this house is insane. My wife also works from home, so I feel like there shouldn't be like this amount of dirty clothes. So I started to implement a new thing, which might be a little gross, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys do something similar, because we as guys, we all do that thing where we wear a shirt for a little bit and don't put it in the hamper because we're going to use it again maybe later or tomorrow, right? So it's something similar to that. But essentially, I go out in the morning to drop off my son. So only the people at the school will see me, and then I won't go out again until, I take my dog out around 2 p.m. And if anything, maybe around 6 or 7 when I gotta take out the trash, or if I have to go somewhere like grocery shopping or whatever, right? So I started to implement this thing where in the morning I'll wear a different shirt, right? And it's my outing shirt. So people at the school will see me, so his teacher or whatever. But I'm just going to wear that shirt for this 5 minutes it takes me to drop him off. And then I'll come home and I'll switch to my home shirt. And the home shirt is pretty much that. I'm just going to wear it while I'm inside the house. And I'll wear it when I go walk the dog. But I won't wear it if I'm going to Walmart or something, right? That's when I'll reuse the shirt that I wore that morning to drop off my son, because technically it's clean because I only wore it for 5 minutes, and that's only if I actually go somewhere. If I don't go anywhere, then that shirt stays clean, and the next day I'll just use a different shirt for school drop off, but at home I'll still use that same dirty shirt I've been wearing, I guess, for that one day. And I'm going to try keeping it along just to see if I can minimize the load, because, you would think it would be like 5 outfits per person, but it doesn't feel that way when you're washing clothes. It's like 10,000 shirts per person. So that's that. That was what I was thinking about this morning. And then this other thing happened. So I went to the dentist I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago, because one of the crowns in my molar broke off. And so, you do that thing where they clean it, and then they told me, come back in a few days. They will put a temporary one while we get this other one, the real one, set up or whatever. So, got the temporary one installed on Friday of last week, and then today I'm just eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and that thing just came off, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to the dentist again to get this shit glued on, or did the dentist just do a shitty job of putting it in the first place? The problem with dentists is that you don't know what the fuck they're doing, and you just gotta take their word for it. It's it's annoying to go to them, and it's such a hassle. They for the most part, they never resolve anything in the first day. The first visit, you always get a second or third, and then they find different things wrong with your teeth. You got another cavity. You went for a cleaning, and you got 2 cavities and a root canal. blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck that shit. That's stuff that I want to deal with. So now I got to go to the dentist. So I got to use some PTO sometime next week to fix that thing. And it's a pain in the ass. Like I like to keep my PTO so I can enjoy it. Take a day off when nobody's here. That's my mini vacation when I get some peace and quiet in my house. Yeah, that's about it, right? So if you have any dentist stories, please share them. If I offended any dentist, then sorry if I'm an anti-dentite, but that's what it is. Alright? And the other topic was yesterday, I had a really slow day. I got nothing to do at work. Pretty much just came in, clocked in, sent a few emails, and was just kind of done with the day. But for some reason, like after lunch, I came in and I had like a bunch of tickets assigned to me, and I'm like, fuck, like what the hell, man? Like I clear my shit and I get rewarded with more work. So I'm like, fuck this, and it's annoying. I'm sure like we all kind of have come to terms with the fact that if you are good at your job, they'll give you more work. So this position I'm in, I'm trying the lazier route of not trying to overachieve or whatever, because in my previous employments, it's always bitten me in the ass. Like either I don't get a promotion or we get let go or some bullshit. So this time around, I kind of just want to be under the radar. But the problem is that there's other people that are even lazier than me that don't do shit, and they don't get additional work. Like just kind of see me as available, because even though I do the minimum, like the minimum that I do is still pretty good. It's not terrible. So I think I still need to work on that. So instead of trying to improve, like be great at your job, blah blah blah, I'm doing the opposite. I'm trying to be bad at it, because this is a dead end job anyway. Like I don't think I'm gonna get promoted anywhere, but right now it's paying the bills, so I have to keep it while I figure out what I'm gonna do after that. If it's gonna be another 9-to-5 job, or if I don't know, if this thing, becomes popular at some point and I start making money off of it, even if it's like $3,000 a month, then that's enough for me to leave my job, I think. Is it? No, maybe like, no, not $3,000. That's very little. Maybe like 5,000 or 6,000. I think 6,000 would be good. I'm not here making tons of money anyway, but I gotta pay taxes, I think, on whatever earnings you make off YouTube. Anyway, that's on the long run. I was just decided to talk about that today, and just to make this episode a little longer, if you want to keep listening to it. The other thing that I wanted to kind of talk about was Instagram content. Like lately, I've been getting a lot of lists, like other, I guess, like podcasters or something, and they do like rankings, like rank these 5 food items without knowing what comes next. Twinkies. Oh, that's a good snack. I'm gonna put it at 3 because I think you got something better. All right, let's Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, I'm going with number 2. I'm gonna log that in because I think you're gonna have a wild card. Like, fuck off. How did we end up where fucking blind rankings is content? Like, I find myself sometimes, like, after work, when I have nothing to do, when I'm actually looking at my phone, and I'm just like watching reels, and then at some point, like I just get so pissed off that I'm like wasting so much time on it that I'll just like angrily start to swipe like crazy, like swipe until I fucking throw my phone somewhere and find something to do. Honestly, like I think before we had reels, they added reels because of TikTok, right? So I don't use TikTok. I kind of tried it for a little bit, and then I was like, nope, I'm wasting too much time. So I decided to just keep Instagram, and and then at some point it happened, and I became addicted to watching reels. But now I hate my life every time that I do it. So if there was a way for you to block reels or install a version of Instagram that doesn't have it, I would be done with that app in like 10 minutes. I go in, I check the bands I follow to see if anybody posted anything, check some of the people that I kind of talk to, like some of my friends, and then after that, that's it. I don't need to be in that app anymore. Like Facebook, I never open. Like the only reason I have it is because you got family members that are old that are not on Instagram, so they still from time to time will tag you in a good morning post or whatever. So I have that. But if I get rid of reels, then I would have a lot more of my time back. Because that's about it. Like I never got deep into YouTube. Like I'll watch YouTube clips as in like when I'm eating or something. Like I'll put in like some late night clip or something like that. But I don't watch vlogs or anything. And for the most part, I don't watch any podcast videos. I always listen to them. So that's where I'm at. Like I always listen to the podcast. I never watch them. So I'll listen to podcasts while I work, while I'm doing things, but I never waste time looking at them. And I don't know, that's something that I want to work on myself, is trying to figure out a way of still using Instagram without having the reels. I feel like that's going to turn my life around. But yeah, I don't know what's up with the content that they have on Instagram lately. Like if it's not some podcast clip about lists, it's some person trying Jack in the Box for the first time, which I don't believe that that's the first time they've had it, and it's some other bullshit person eating an enormous meal, and that's it. Like my algorithm is really food, women, and people getting injured. And the only thing that I really enjoy laughing at is those people getting injured. But that's another topic for another day. Like, subscribe, share your thoughts on dentist, Instagram. What do you do to handle social media? Do you hate work as much as I do? I'm pretty sure everybody in the world does. But, my complaint for the day was not very great. It was just complaining about getting work piled on after you've completed all your tasks. Oh, and this morning, I'll add a little bit to it. This morning I called one of those customers for one of my open tickets, and the guy was an asshole. like how are you an asshole at 9 a.m.? Like, I'm calling to help you out with whatever problem you had, and you should be happy. Like, hey man, thanks for calling. Fucking, let's book an appointment for this day so you can work on fixing the shit. Not, why are you calling me? Like, what the fuck, man? Because you opened a fucking ticket. Like, what do you think I'm calling you? Fucking morons. Anyway, that's it for me. Patches out.